There is a man somewhere in this universe. He is like fire, ice, and rage. He's like the night and the storm in the heart of a sun. He's ancient and forever, and he burns at the center of time and can see the turn of the universe. And he is wonderful, and his name is the Doctor. Hello everyone, my name is Buttermaster235, and welcome to another episode of Beloved Forever, a series in which I talk about shows that I consider to be the best of the best, and explain to you all why I think that. In today's episode, we will be talking about one of my absolute favorite TV shows, Doctor Who. It is a show about a time-traveling alien called the Doctor, and he goes around fighting bad aliens and saving planets, while adding a little bit of charm and charisma. Now, unlike the first episode of Beloved, I am not going to be talking about the series as a whole, because if I did, the video would probably be over 2 hours long. So instead, I will be covering different sections of the show, what makes it unique, and why it deserves to be beloved. So, without further ado, let's roll! Now, before we get into the main segment, I would like to explain something first. The plot of Doctor Who is simple. As for a plot in general, you don't have to watch previous episodes in order to understand it. However, there are character development and ongoing stories, which usually culminate in season finales, two-parters, and opening season episodes. So watching in random isn't recommended, however it is doable. Now, the tricky thing about Doctor Who is that it originally aired in 1963, which means it's a very old show. It was rebooted in 2005, so if anyone would want to watch Doctor Who, I would suggest watching it in 2005 and then continuing on later on, because older episodes of Doctor Who are a little hard to get. So, like I had said before, I would suggest you watch the 2005 and up as to avoid confusion on how the Doctor Who is shown. Now, as for it being rebooted, it's not an actual reboot. It is a continuation of the original story from 1963. It is a sequel of sorts to the show, just taking place a long time after the original show had ended. So everything previous to the 2005 series is indeed canon. So, as we keep that in mind, let's move on to the main part of the episode. The main story of Doctor Who looks simple enough to explain, like I had previously stated. However, it is more complicated than the Zelda timeline and the Kingdom Hearts timeline combined. You have the main character, the Doctor, who is an alien called a Time Lord from the planet of Gallifrey. He uses a time machine called the TARDIS, which stands for Time and Relative Dimension in Space, which has conveniently gotten itself stuck as a 1960s blue police box from the United Kingdom. Further along the 2005 series, we later learn that the Doctor took place in a war called the Time War, in which his entire race of people was wiped out, leaving him to be the last of the Time Lords. And so he usually goes to Earth and picks up about 1 or 3 companions, usually women who have the hots for him even though they're married. And they usually time travel with him around space. So, what I told you sounds simple enough to explain, but there is a lot of lore to the series to follow. If you want to do it, you can, but trust me when I say it's very complicated to get a hold of, so I would hold off on the lore if you just want to watch the series as a whole. Now, I think I have described the Doctor long enough for you to get the point of his character. However,
Wait, you are forgetting something. Again.
Didn't I get rid of you last episode?
You can never get rid of me. I am the one. The only. Gregory.
Okay then, Gregory. Okay then. So what exactly did I forget this time?
You forgot to tell them about regeneration.
Oh, yeah, I did, didn't I? Well, thank you for reminding me. Now, can I please go back to explaining all of this to my viewers?
Yes, but I will always be watching you.
Okay then. Well, like Gregory, like my friend had said before, regeneration is a concept in Doctor Who that is for the most part, kept the show alive for so long. When the BBC, or the British Broadcasting Channel, as people call it, or the actor playing the Doctor decides they don't want to play the character anymore, then the show kills the Doctor. However, the Doctor has this neat little trick in him that allows him to cheat death. He regenerates his body. However, it comes at a price. His face and body change. And by that, I mean they get a new actor to play him. Now, he still has his memories. He just doesn't have the same face. So far in the series, the Doctor has regenerated 13 times. Well, technically 15, but those are complicated. So because of this, many actors have played the Doctor. Some famous ones being John Hurt, David Tennant, Matt Smith, and the current Doctor, Jodie Whittaker. So because of all the different actors playing the Doctor, they bring their own charm to the screen. However, the Doctor is not the only one with character development in it. The companions have had good and bad character traits and stories to bring to the screen. Because of the fact the BBC can't just have one awesome character in Doctor Who, they decided to give the Doctor company with a cast of many companions, which are mainly women. However, there have been male companions, they are just rare. The characters these actors portray are always fun to know. You have characters like Rose Tyler, Donna Noble, Amy Pond, and Clara Oswald, as well as many more. And getting to know all these characters are also amazing. They have complicated roles in the show, whether them being falling in love with the Doctor, or them just joining along with him in his great adventures. However, just because heroes of the story get character development, it doesn't mean that Doctor Who doesn't have any good villains that get character development either. Doctor Who has had many villains throughout the years, all of them taking different kinds of shapes and forms, and they are very intriguing and bring to the show suspense as well as action. However, there is one alien on Doctor Who that is the most well-known. It is feared across the Doctor Who universe and is considered one of the most dangerous creatures known to man. It hides inside a shell that is encased in almost indestructible metal, and it looks like a horrifying squid-like creature. And these beings are feared even by the Doctor himself. And these creatures are known as the Daleks, an alien race who are bent on destroying anything that's not another Dalek. They are, in my opinion, one of the best elements of Doctor Who. Whenever they come on screen, you know something big is going to happen. Some of my all-time favorite episodes of the series involve the Daleks, and without the Daleks, there really wouldn't be any Doctor Who. And fun fact here, the Daleks are what saved Doctor Who from original cancellation. That's right. In 1963, when Doctor Who first aired, they were having trouble with the media, especially since around the same time Doctor Who came out, Kennedy was assassinated. However, when the Daleks first showed up in an episode called Monsters, it saved the show because of all the ratings it got. If it weren't for the Daleks, Doctor Who would not be around to this day. Now, the Daleks are not the only villains in the show, however. Remember how I said earlier that the Doctor is the last of his kind? Well, I lied. In fact, there is another Time Lord out there, and he is one of the Doctor's best enemies, and also best friends. He is called the Master. Like the Doctor, he travels in time as well. But unlike the Doctor, he goes and causes chaos wherever he goes. And it's usually up to the Doctor and whoever his companion is to clean up after him. Like the Doctor, he also regenerates. So he's been played multiple times by multiple people. So just because he dies, it doesn't mean we're not going to see him again. In fact, I'm pretty sure we will not be seeing the end of the Master anytime soon. Now, I want to talk about another part of Doctor Who that might sound strange at first. I want to talk about the music. Now, I know what you all are thinking. Buttermaster, why on earth are you talking about music? Well, let me answer that for you. In 2005, when the show was revived and the BBC needed a composer, they hired Murray Gold. He did such an amazing job on the show. The music he did is incredible and phenomenal. And it really helps with the mood of certain scenes, whether it be dramatic or happy. He has written such amazing music, such as the 10th Doctor's theme, This is Gallifrey, Bad Wolf, Veil Decim, and the 11th Doctor's theme, as well as so much more. In fact, the music you are hearing across this video are from the show, and because of the music, it is one of the main reasons this show is so fondly loved by me. Currently, Doctor Who is still on air, and there is a lot of hope for the future show. There are a lot of major changes that have been given to the show, however, like a new composer, new people, and most of all, a new doctor. We have been introduced to the first and newest Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, who is currently the first female Doctor. And the show has a new producer as well, which means there's a lot of new concepts and music for you all to enjoy. And it seems that as long as the fandom of Doctor Who is alive, the show will remain alive as well. Thank you everyone for watching this episode of Beloved Forever. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me be stupid and geek out over a show that I personally love. If you want to see more episodes like this, please comment below what you may want to see, and I might just pick it. And make sure to check out my other videos as well, because sooner or later there are going to be more and more of them. Hopefully you guys enjoy the next upcoming episodes. I'll see you all later. And Alonzi!